Hello, it's TGC Requiem. We are back with match 2 from this modern friendly league with Sultai control. Opponent here is Shozer. Looking at this opening hand, looks like a good keep. I should note, actually I think I noted this maybe in the first match, and the deck list that I have on the right is the current deck list. I'm recording these videos after the fact. I should note that I did not have the 2 Liliana of the Veil or the Doomblade at the time of this league. I had an Abrupt Decay, a Collective Brutality, and a 3rd Grim Flare. So I think this looks like a good hand, though. We're on the draw, but just we got good interaction, all 3 colors, a couple Fatal Push. So we're going to keep here. Oops. What do we have there? We scried a card to the bottom of the library. Not sure what it was. Got a little click happy there. Opponent opens on Sulfur Falls. So we actually, we did mulligan. Yeah, we did. Interesting. So looking back, and maybe this has just come with more play, but looking back, I actually liked that first hand pretty well, although I can't complain about this 6 with access to, the Pluto Delta to get Serum Visions, and then hopefully set up, we already have 3 lands, so this is probably going to get a breeding pool. Yeah. So this is obviously a good hand as well, but I actually think that first hand was actually fine, and this may just be more me coming, looking at these after the fact, after I've played quite a few more matches with the deck. But anyway, so I'm assuming we're going to fetch for a breeding pool. Normally we'd go for Watering Grave, but we probably want to get access to green here since we don't have it. So Serum Visions, we get our 4th land. I'm going to assume we probably put the Water Grave on the bottom and probably keep Spell Snare on top. So that allows us to probably play the Rainforest next turn and hold up Snare or Fatal Push. Opponent plays a Thing in the Ice. So opponent's playing a Temur Thing in the Ice or a Temur Battle Rage deck. I don't really worry about killing the thing here because I don't think it's very likely he's going to flip it already, and frankly even if he spends all the resources to flip it, we can still just push it. Plays the Serum Visions. Plays a second Serum Visions. Passes to us. At this point we play the Rainforest. I think we just Fatal Push here. Hoping he doesn't have like a Lightning Bolt and a Mutagenic Growth. He does have an Apostle's Blessing to protect it, however. Catches us a little off guard here, but thankfully we have the Spell Snare, and if he's willing to protect it, then it's possible, especially when we have 2 more mana up, then it's possible this might be like his only creature. A lot of times the Temur Battle Rage decks, run a low number of creatures, and they're kind of counting on 1 creature to get him most of the way there. So I think we Spell Snare here, yeah. Allows the Fatal Push to resolve. Opponent doesn't do anything, so that probably was his only creature. And now we're going to be able to go get another Watery Grave. With the Swamp, we now have access to Cryptic. and Tasigur. I think we just hold up Cryptic here though. We don't want him to snag another creature while we go for the Cryptic, or while we try and jam a Tasigur. Doesn't do anything. We draw another land, so now we can go get Tasigur down and still hold the Cryptic up. Just get another island, leaving the spell snare. Yep. At this point, if we can keep his creatures off the board, we have a really quick clock. He fetches for tap Steam Vents. Nothing to play, so we've got Tasigur now. Goes in for the attacks. The good thing here is if he doesn't try and cast anything, we can just use Tasigur to try and get a card back from the graveyard, spell snare, or whatever else we might mill. No creature again. Let's use Tasigur. I think he probably gives us the Grim Flare, yeah. Would increase our clock, but again, we're just sitting pretty with all these Cryptics. Puts him down to 5, I think. He maybe draws a creature finally here. Oh, now peek, looks at my hand, draws a card, and then just concedes at that point, knowing that he's not getting through what I've got. So that puts us at 1-0 in the match, and let's see here. Close this down, go back to game 2. Oops. Alright, looking at this hand, this is an excellent hand now knowing what he's playing. Spell Snare, Fatal Push, Abrupt Decay, Tarmogoyf. Looks fantastic. Monastery Swift Spear. I may even allow this to live a turn just to hold up Spell Snare on a second turn. One damage doesn't bother me, and we're going to get a Tarmogoyf down. So at this point, since he didn't do anything, I think I go for the Fatal Push. Nope, okay, we're good here. So now right, so at this point I think I just kind of say, hey, I've got the Spell Snare and Fatal Push. If he tries to do anything next turn, you know, we have both covered. But I may actually even just decide now with the Serum Visions to, go get a Breeding Pool, cast the Serum Visions, and then I still have access to Spell Snare or Push. Unfortunately, don't have the little side tracker up here. I think both those, one of those lands probably stayed on top. One might have gone to the bottom. So he fetches, gets a tap land, takes a peek to look at my hand, and goes to attack. Again, still not so worried about it, especially with Tasigur and Tarmogoyf in hand. If he doesn't do anything here, though, I think maybe yeah, so he goes to play Kiln Fiend, and then I just Spell Snare this. And this is perfect. Yeah, so I kept the island on top, play a fetch land. So now I've got Tarmogoyf, and I have access to fetching, even just to a basic Fatal Push. Opponent's tapped out, now's the time to do it. Don't get a basic because he only had the one creature. Really surprised I didn't kill it there where he could Apostle's Blessing. I think that's a mistake on my part. Again, he was completely tapped out. That would have been the time to kill the Swift Spear. It's possible I was worried about what's the other guy? The little flipper thing in the ice, but frankly, I mean, even if he casts thing in the ice, the odds of him being able to flip it in a relevant time frame with us having Abrupt Decay and Cryptic is unlikely. It's possible, though, that I wanted to wait to get him to commit to using an extra spell as well, since I have the Abrupt Decay. But let's see how it played out here. So Noxious Revival, he's going to get the Kiln Fiend, put it back on top. So I gotta admit here, I feel like this is kind of a bad play. I feel like I should have blocked here, even if I'm gonna kill it with Fatal Push. I feel like having the Tarmogoyf there to protect in case he has the ability to, say, pump it again, to put it to a 3/4, and then Temur Battle Rage to give it double strike or something, or you know, to protect it and then give it double strike. Mutagenic Growth. He could potentially kill me from this position if I don't block here. So, you know, Andy protects against the Fatal Push. Oh, okay, so I do block. Sorry, I just hadn't gotten to the block step and didn't realize it. So thankfully I didn't make that mistake. He goes to Temur Battle Rage now, at which point I think I just say, okay, Fatal Push. So he Stubborn Denials it. So this actually played out almost exactly like I said. So now he is going to put me down pretty low, and he will kill off my Tarmogoyf. But we have Abrupt Decay, he's tapped out, and Tasigur. So we're actually kind of okay. And then we Tasigur, getting rid of some lands, and a Spell Snare. Probably should have gotten rid of the Serum Visions and kept the Spell Snare, but in case I drew a what do you call it? Snapcaster Mage. We draw another Fatal Push. He actually has no cards in hand right now, so I just go for the kill, not on that then. And then we start to race here, and next creature he goes to play, unless he waits till he gets a counter spell, is just going to get countered. So we've got like three turns here. Thing in the Ice, counter draw, get a Snapcaster, and now he's really in trouble. And a second Snapcaster, so now he's really, really in trouble. Clock's kind of run out on him. He gives us back Serum Visions, which is great. Draw an extra land, Grim Flare, Fatal Push. Probably put the Flare to the bottom, push on top. So now we go in one more. And let's see, draw Lightning Bolt. Actually, if he had had two Lightning Bolts, we'd have been in trouble, but we get there. So we win this match 2-0, putting us up to 2-0 in the league. So again, match was 2-0 here. I wonder if I should just for fun throw our cumulative games at the end here. So we had the opponent concede in the other one. So we're now 2-0, 4-0 at this point. And we'll be back with the next match.